Hello Stampers, and welcome to Laura's Stamp Pad. Today I wanted to share with you the Perennial Essence Suite and all the amazing products in it. I have been having so much fun with this suite, and I have a few samples to share with you on things that you can create with this, and also some tips and tricks on various stamped images and things like that. So of course we have the fabulous Floral Essence stamp set with the coordinating punch. You can bundle and save 10% when you get these together. You can see that this is the flower image that is right here. So you can punch those out and create that beautiful flower. For each flower, you'll need to stamp and punch 2 of them, and then they just overlay and create that beautiful flower. Of course, we have this gorgeous, gorgeous paper. I will leave a link at the end of the video for the full reveal of the Perennial Essence Designer Series paper. I show the full sheet front and back, so it helps kind of give the full spectrum of that beautiful piece of paper rather than the little swatch that's in the catalog. Then we have these fabulous little floral centers. These things are super cool. When I first saw them, I was like, what the heck is that? But these are the little yellow centers of the flowers. And so they just have that little like kind of fuzzy texture to them, but they're fairly flat, and I mean I'm not gonna say they're flat because there is a lump to them, but they're not like super chunky, and they're not hard. So like whenever it goes through like the mail or something, it's not going to pierce a hole into your envelope or your cardstock because you know they're soft feeling. So they are a little bit lumpy, but I really don't think they're that bad. So I'm pretty excited about that because then I can still use them for my cards to mail. And then of course there's this gorgeous petal pink organdy striped ribbon. So it's just super gorgeous. It's got that like satin on the edges and then that organdy center there. Oh, and of course there is this fabulous vellum, and the vellum has the 3 colors to it. And I will say that one side is a little bit darker than the other side. So you can see that there's the 3 colors here, but then see how it's much lighter on the back side. So you can use either side whenever you're just layering with the vellum. And I super love it because you can't see the adhesive on the back of it. So regular snail adhesive doesn't show up, and so that's super fabulous on being able to adhere it. One of the other things that I wanted to share with you about stamping on the vellum is you want to make sure that you're stamping on the lighter side. The lighter side almost has like a little bit more texture, and the darker side seems a little bit smoother. And on the smooth side, your ink just kind of smears over the top, and it's more difficult to stamp on it and have it dry. So you'll want to stamp on the sort of the rough, lighter side. So here you can see I stamped this little leaf. Let me put him on the pink here, and then you can see him better. So I stamped on the lighter side for that green and punched that out. Okay, so I'm gonna move some of these products to the side, bring in some samples, and share with you a couple tips and tricks. So most of this is with the stamp set here. And like I said, I already showed you that. There is this amazing image here, which actually coordinates with our leaf punch, which is super fabulous to be able to use one of the past punches that you might have and use it on one of the new stamp sets. So there's that option there. So one of the other things I also wanted to share with you here is the stamped flower, or I'm sorry, the stamped leaf. But here I stamped this same flower, but I stamped it in green. And then I just wanted to share with you that you can punch this out, and then you can actually use this as little leaves for your flower. So here I have stamped 2 of these petals so that I can create the gorgeous flower. So let me go ahead and punch those out for you. Okay, now that we're working with all these little stamped images, this will be better. So I stamped 2 of these and punched them out, and so you're just going to offset them to create that beautiful flower there. So you could always use the leaf here and add that little leaf to the back of your flower there. Let me grab a piece of white, although you can't really see the flower as well. So you can use that leaf. The other option, if you don't have the leaf punch and you don't want to fussy cut out the leaf, you can also, like I said, stamp this one in green, and then you could either use just one of those little leaves and you have that fabulous look. Let me set it back down on the white. So there's just that little leaf peeking out there. You could always have two of the leaves peeking out, you know, however you want your little flower to look. And of course you can always add that gorgeous little yellow center. Super, super, super fabulous. I'm loving that. So that is one of the options with using that flower. And of course using that leaf punch too. And then I wanted to bring in and show you these other flowers too. So here we have this flower here, which is super fun for coloring. And so that one I actually stamped, and there is the center. So there's the center to go with that. That goes right, it's, you know, it's a perfect circle. So that one's easy to line up. And then this one, there's this flower here, and then this is the center. And the way to know that one is that there's this little notch right here, and there's a little notch right there on the floral center. Then there's this flower up here, and this one kind of looks like a fan. So this floral center looks like a fan, which fits into this one. So here I stamped that biggest flower, this one here. I stamped it there and added the center. Then I stamped this one. I actually stamped off once and then stamped it of the biggest one. Then I stamped this one in full strength right over the top. I pretty much just tried to line up the two like floral centers, and then I stamped the little fan center in that one. And then of course here's this one is the biggest flower here, and stamped that circle. The other fun thing that you can do with that circle floral center is stamp that all over as like a little background to create a little decoration on the background of one of your projects, like little, almost like a polka dot, but like a little rough polka dot since it's not solid. So there's another one of that little flower that's just the stamped off version. This is all in the new In Color Rococo Rose. So this is the stamped off one, and then again with that center. So super fun. Of course there's also the little greenery pieces that can go with those flowers. There's two of those, as well as a stem to go with it, and then 3 fabulous greetings too. So I'm going to bring in a couple more samples to share with you using these. So here we have this one. I used that greenery piece to stamp all over the background just as a little decoration, and then I stamped the flower in basic black and used the purple posy. Since we don't have the purple posy ink pad, then I've been using the cardstock to be able to still use that color because I love it. So stay tuned. Stampin' Up is really working hard to try to get purple posy to the highest quality standard to be able to offer to you guys. So I know it's super frustrating, but of course we want a fabulous product. So so they're doing their best to get that to us as soon as possible. Here's another one. For this one, you can see I used that designer paper, and then I also used that vellum that I stamped. And again, don't forget to stamp on the back side, and I added one of those fun little pieces there for that floral center. I'll show you the inside too. I just added a few flowers. Then this one, again, I used that gorgeous purple posy, and then I used, I was almost going to say rich raspberry. I meant blackberry bliss. I will say for the center on that one, if you feel like you didn't get it lined up perfectly and you don't like that you can still see a little white showing through, just stamp again over the white spot with that little, like you can see here, I did that. And so there's a little like light yellow trim, but at least there's not that, that white showing through there because it's not perfectly stamped, which there's always going to be a little bit of white showing through because the images aren't like lined up exactly perfect. There's like a little bit showing because it's a smidge smaller. So if you don't like that look, just stamp a couple times around as you're stamping off. That way you just have that lighter look and it just kind of melds together a little bit better. If you go back to the ink and then stamp again full strength, you'll end up with like different shades as it's going to be too dark in certain spots. So this one I just opened up and it's got that fun little gatefold there. And then this one I punched out the vellum in the background, stamped the little flower there, and then stamped the greeting over the top, and then just added the flower to the inside. Okay, here's that sample. So this one I did that two-step stamping where I have both of those flowers. One is stamped off, the bigger one is stamped off once, and the second one is stamped in full strength. Again, that's all using the Rococo Rose as well as that new fabulous ribbon. And then I just added in that greeting with some punched circles. So super, super cute. I'm loving the Perennial Essence Suite. It's absolutely gorgeous and so much fun because I love flowers. You guys all know how much I love flowers. So I hope you check it out. Don't forget you can purchase a bundle of all of these products. The stamp, the petal punch here, the vellum, the designer paper, the little floral centers, and the organdy ribbon. You can purchase that as a complete suite with just one number, and I will leave a link down below for that, as well as purchasing just the floral essence and the punch at 10% off. So check out those links below, as well as all of the designer series paper. I will leave a link for that video. Check out my blog for all the details of these cards, LaurasStamppad.com. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, as I post every Tuesday and Thursday. And I'll see you all next time. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.